Zoom recording. Okay. So it looks like we have people coming in here. Hey, Kim. Hey, Nancy, Rosemary. I'm glad you guys are all here. And I'm super excited to share with you guys some life-changing information. If you've never been on a live video before, just I'll teach you a little trick. So you know how the comments are coming through on your screen right now? If you want those to go away, just swipe to the right, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing right now, but I'll see you, and then you can swipe to the left, and those comments will come back up. So as I'm holding up some products, if you can't see what I'm holding up, just go ahead and swipe to the right, and then all of those comments will go off your screen. You can swipe back, and bam. So a little trick there. So we are going to get started here, and I'm just going to introduce myself, but before I do that, just know that I am a nurse. I am not a doctor. So everything that you hear tonight is for educational purposes only. I'm not telling you to throw away your medications. I'm not telling you any of that. Just know that this is for educational purposes only. And I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys to start searching this information out for yourselves, because the information you're about to hear tonight changed my life. It changed my family's life, and I know it's going to change your life too. So like I said, I'm doing the Zoom, so if I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. I'm just advancing my slides. So just a little bit about me. So my name is Robyn Stetzel. I am a nurse by trade. I am a mom of 3. I've got a 20-year-old, a 13-year-old, and 11-year-old, or nope, she just had a birthday, 12-year-old. And I'm married to Dr. Paul Stetzel, who is a chiropractor. So we live a healthy, natural as possible lifestyle now, but just know that before I met my husband and the way that I was raised, I really didn't pay too much attention to toxins and, you know, all these things that we're going to be discussing tonight. It's just not something that I learned, and especially it was not something that I was aware of in nursing school, because what I was taught was you need medicine to heal, you need drugs to heal, you need surgery to get better, and then that was the only way that you could get better. So that's part of that I was taught, you know, that it was just ingrained in me that we needed that. And then when I started being educated more about with my husband and about my husband, let's be real, no, but before I started, you know, being educated more on how the body was created and how the body was created to heal as long as we give it what it needs and take away what it doesn't, all these light bulbs started, you know, going off, going, oh my gosh, what have we been doing all these years? But it wasn't until I really drastically changed my life. And when my son was about 3 years old, he started having eczema head to toe. And he had eczema, and I don't even think it was eczema. It almost looked like a flesh-eating bacteria. That's how bad it was. He had bleeding cracks behind his ears. Every crevice in his body was cracked and bleeding. The bottoms of his feet would just, you know, we'd take his socks off and they would get stuck on the skin that was coming off of the bottom of his feet. He was in pain all of the time. He would complain of back pain and eye pain. He would say, my eyes, every time he'd go outside. And then he started complaining. He would say, my back. And obviously, you know, my husband being a chiropractor, we were like, this is not normal. So just like any mom, I'm searching for answers. I find myself down at Children's Memorial Hospital here in Chicago, and they start saying, you know, you need to go to a rheumatologist. You know, they're looking at juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. And then they were even questioning him being on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, because he had some learning things going on. He was very sound sensitive. Again, some delays in speech, all these things that were going on. And I found myself sitting in the lobby of the hospital as I'm staring at McDonald's in the hospital going, what am I doing here? Like, what am I doing here? I don't want to do what they're telling me to do. So as a nurse, I know very well what that path looks like. And I knew it was going to be steroids. I knew it was going to be, you know, methotrexate and by the way, methotrexate is a form of chemotherapy, and it's also the abortion pill. Some people don't know that. But so they were telling me all these drugs, right? Which most of us know that that's kind of the route. And it wasn't sitting well with me in my heart. I knew that I had to figure out, you know, something else. So I had to research and figure out what was causing my son's problems. And what I found was that it was toxic chemicals that was playing a big role. I actually had some testing done on him, and we found tons of toxins in him. We actually had our entire house, our entire family checked as well. And things like flame retardants, toluene, which is in fragrance. All of these things were coming up in his body. And I'm like, what in the world? How is he toxic? And what I learned was it was what I was doing in my home. It was, I was a wallflower Yankee Candle junkie. I mean, if it said fragrance on it, I was all about it. Victoria's Secret, Bath and Body, you name it, I was all about it. And I had no idea that these had toxic chemicals that actually get into our organs and get into our system, and it was affecting him. It was causing his autoimmune disease of juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. So everything that you're going to learn tonight is exactly what I did. We changed his diet. We changed all of our diets. I got rid of every toxic chemical in my house. I threw everything away. I went a little crazy with that because I was just so devastated that I was contributing to this. Like, I was a part of his health problem, and I didn't know it. I had no idea. So I went through a little bit of anger there too, but I got rid of all those toxic chemicals. We changed his diet. We got supplements in his life. Essential oils became a part of our lives. And within a matter of 6 months, he was almost completely better. His skin was cleared up. And in a matter of a year, he lost those diagnoses. So you guys, when I teach these things, it's not about selling a product. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to give you information that can absolutely change you and your family's life, just like it did mine. So we're going to get started, and we're going to talk about essential oils too, but just know that if you have any toxic chemicals, or you may not even know that it's toxic, right? So if you have any chemicals or products in your house, I should say, that has the word fragrance on it, if it has the word fragrance on it, you need to get it out of your life immediately. You need to throw it away and start swapping out and using plant-based, more clean products in your life, because that's going to be the biggest impact on your health. One of the biggest things that you can change, one of the biggest things that I changed is what I was cleaning my home with. So I clean with Thieves Cleaner right now, and we'll talk more about that too. But if you just change that cleaning product in your whole house, that is going to be the biggest culprit to decreasing all those toxic chemicals in your home. And yes, we're going to be talking about other essential oils too, but changing the way that you're cleaning your home and getting rid of all those toxic candles and wallflower plugins, and your dryer sheets that have fragrance, and even your dishwashing soap. You got to get rid of all that stuff that says fragrance. So I'm excited that you're going to hear amazing things tonight. I know that we've got a lot of oily members on here. So if you're an oily member, just give me some hearts, or comment below with a hand wave that you're just loving your Young Living and products. And I know if you guys are not Young Living members yet, I'm excited, and I can't wait for you to get your starter kit that we're going to talk about tonight, because it's going to change your life like it has so many of our lives as well. So let's get started here. And just, again, I talked about that disclaimer. I'm a nurse, I'm not a doctor. So if you ask, if you ask me to diagnose things and treat diagnoses, I can't do that. But I can definitely tell you what you can do to help support your body. So real briefly, well, what is an essential oil? An essential oil is simply the lifeblood of a plant. So they are very potent, right? So they are 100 to 10,000 times more potent than our herbs. And I take a lot of herbs for supplements, but just know that essential oils are much more powerful. One drop of essential oil it has enough molecules to cover each and every single one of our cells, or 71 trillion cells, whoever measured that, in our entire bodies. So they are so powerful. They're volatile too. They are fat soluble. So meaning when we are putting them on our skin, anything that you put on your skin is in your bloodstream within 26 seconds. So when we put essential oils on our skin, they are fat soluble. They get absorbed right into our bodies. And again, essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant. So if anything is imbalanced in a plant or a tree or a shrub or whatever, it's the essential oils that show up to help repair that damage that's going on, to help support that plant so it can thrive in its environment. And essential oils can do the same thing for our bodies because our molecular structures are so similar. It's pretty crazy when you start looking at the science behind it. I have some people that say that there's no science behind it. I'm going to challenge you to just Google that, because I went through a 350-hour course on aromatherapy for a certification. I can guarantee you there's tons of science behind that. And it's not just not readily available or used, I should say, in our medical model. But if you look outside other countries, they're using this. And they're using it more often than not. And medicine is the last thing that they want to do. And in the US, it's the first thing, right, many times. So again, the essential oils they can come from leaves, they can come from trees, flowers, roots, bark, resin, and they are just all what God gave us on this earth to use. So think of them as food. That's all it is it's food to our cells. And they've been around for history. So we've heard of frankincense and myrrh, right? We've heard of those in all types of religious cultures. They have been around for many, many years, even back 4,500 BC. Again, looking at using essential oils for not only religious rituals, but also for medical applications. So it's a fad right now. We kind of see it coming forward again, but I think it's because that people are sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? I mean, can you agree with me? Everybody's just tired of running to doctors, getting thrown medications, and not getting the answer of what is causing or what is contributing to their health issues. So again, they have been used for thousands and thousands of years. Essential oils can support every system in our body. There's not one system that it cannot support. So it can support our brain function, our musculoskeletal system, our respiratory system, our emotions. Oh my gosh, they're so powerful to help with our emotions, our nervous system, the immune system, cardiovascular system, our hormones, ladies, men too. So I was an oncology nurse for many years. And the stats from when I started in my nursing assistant career back in University of Iowa days in the 1990s when I started, there was 2 floors of oncology. There was a hematology oncology and there was a solid tumor floor. And by the time I graduated 4 years later, 5 years later, let's be real, 5 years later, there was actually an entire wing that was built with 11 floors that were there for cancer treatments. We know that now today it's 1 in 8 women that are being diagnosed with breast cancer. Why? Because you guys, chemicals, all these toxins, they act like bad estrogens. They are known to cause disruption in our hormone pathways. So if we think of diet and exercise, that we want to get healthy. So most people go, oh, I'm going to go on a diet and I'm going to exercise. But you guys, do you understand that getting rid of toxic chemicals out of your life can be one of the most important things that you do for your health? We know just by the statistics that cancer affects, 1 in 3 deaths right now is related to cancer. It's the second leading cause of death in the US next to heart disease. So we know that 95% of all cancers are due to diet and the accumulation of toxic chemicals. That's a fact. Less than 5% is genetic. So that means 95% of what we're doing in our lives, we have control over. You guys are the gatekeepers to your home, to your family's life, to your life. And one of the biggest things that you can do is start living a more chemical-free lifestyle. So as we move on here, again, I talked about how potent they are. 1 or 2 drops is all you need. That's why they come in tiny little bottles. The whole theory of more is better is not the case with essential oils. So there's about 85 applications in 1 small bottle, about 250 applications in a large bottle. So a little goes a long way because they are so potent. It takes 75 lemons to just fill 1 bottle of lemon, 15 milliliter bottle. So again, very, very concentrated, very potent. A little goes a long way. So not all essential oils are created equal. So you can find essential oils at Bed Bath & Beyond. You can find them at Walgreens. You can find them at Walmart. I mean, they're everywhere right now. And just know that when you are hearing the education that I'm talking about tonight, we are talking about Young Living essential oils because I believe they are the best on the market. They have been around for 25 plus years now, and they really have set the standard for all other essential oil companies. But because of this whole bandwagon, everybody wants to jump on this bandwagon that, the essential oils are getting a lot of attention. So what do? They try to figure out a way to make them very cheap, and they can put whatever the heck they want in there. So when you're getting essential oils from Young Living, just know it's 100% essential oils. There's no fillers. There's no chemicals in there. Where other companies, they might put a little bit of a bad essential oil in there, and then they're filling it with a bunch of garbage. And there's no regulations around essential oils, so they can do that, and they don't have to tell us. So just know that less than 1% of all essential oils on the market are what we call therapeutic grade A essential oils, and that's what Young Living is. Young Living is the only one that has a GRAS certification, meaning that it's safe for internal consumption, and they're the only one that has what we call the seed to seal trademark, the seed to seal promise, that anytime, the minute they have that seed to the minute that the oil is created and put in this bottle, you can guarantee you it is at the highest, purest quality with no toxic chemicals in there. You can't say that about these products that you're finding at Five Below. I saw a essential oil kit. Please don't do this. Oh my gosh, they're filled with fragrances, and you're going to do more harm to your family than good. So as I'm educating you on it tonight, just know I'm talking about the using Young Living essential oils. Then you've got your grade B. That's the natural or food grade. That can still have tons of chemicals in it. Hey, and it can still be certified organic, right? I mean, let's be real. What does certified organic even mean? It means that they've paid somebody to slap a label on there most of the time. So you have to know your companies. You have to know that they are an open door policy. Call your company. Say, hey, can I come visit the farms? Can I look at the distillery? Do you have a certificate of analysis that I can look at these? These questions were really, really important to me. I did not want to put more toxic chemicals and in my son's environment when I was trying to get him well. And so you better believe that I did my research on all of the essential oil companies out there to choose the best one that was right for me. Then you've got the grade C, which is perfume grade. It's full of toxic chemicals. And then you've got your lower quality, which is just your floral water. So just know that Young Living is the choice that I've made for my patients and my family. And it's rest assured that anything that they make or they formulate, I can sleep at night knowing that it's safe for my family. So again, we talked about that seed to seal promise. You can go to seedtoseal.com, and that's seedtoseal.com to read more about how they do their farming and how they are taking care of the land, and they are stewards of the land. So they're not being reckless with the trees and these things that out there that they're not. So they are farmers to begin with. Young Living started out as with Gary Young as being a farmer first, and then they create products second. So let's talk about some safety with essential oils. So there's a little bit of safety around essential oils. Because they are so potent, you do want to be careful with them. So some of them can be photosensitive. So you've got your citrus oils like bergamot. You've got your lemon, orange, any citrus oils that can be light sensitive, meaning photosensitive. You put it on your skin, you go out in the sun, and you could burn. That's because, do you remember back in the day when we'd take lemon juice and we'd spray it on our hair to get it to turn blonde? Well, think about that when you're putting on the lemon essential oil on your skin too. I haven't actually tried it for my hair, but maybe I should try that. But again, if you put it on your skin and the sun's going to shine there, just know to avoid that 12 hours before you expose it to the sun. If you want to use your lemon essential oil internally, you can certainly do that. It's not like an antibiotic where it's going to make you more sensitive to sunburns. It's just that topical use. Or put it on the bottoms of your feet, and then, where you're not really exposed to sun. That's totally safe. And the other thing too is just know that each bottle is labeled on how to use it. If it requires dilution, it's going to say that right on the bottle. The other thing too is when you're using them, you want to make sure that you're using a carrier oil if you need to dilute it. So what is a carrier oil? A carrier oil, simply what that does is it's a fat, right? So we were talking about coconut oil, grapeseed oil, olive oil, avocado oil, jojoba oil. Those are all carrier oils. And because essential oils don't have fat molecule, they're not oily. When you add a drop of the essential oil with a carrier oil, what it does is that essential oil goes inside the fat cell, and it gets carried into your body, into your skin, into the cells of your body. So what that does is it slows down the absorption rate. So for our kids, 6 and under, You always want to dilute your essential oils unless they are already pre-diluted. We have an entire kids line that's already pre-diluted for kids, but just after this class, I can post in there our dilution ratios, but just know that, there is some precaution behind that. When you do get your starter kit, you join our community, and we are all about education. So never fear that you are left alone to figure this out on your own. We will walk hand in hand with you guys to teach you everything. We also give you tons of resources so that you're never alone. When you are needing something at 2 o'clock in the morning for your baby, you can look up that resource, and you can have that at your hand to really take care of your family. And so for me, my safety cabinet, or whatever you want to call it out, has nothing but essential oils in there now. My kids have never been on an antibiotic in their life, and not because I wouldn't do it. I'm not anti-medical. I mean, thank God we have our medical system. There's a time and a place for it, for sure. But again, if I'm focused on preventing these things, and I'm focusing on getting to the underlying cause, and I'm using essential oils to help support our health in every area of our life, then we don't need to run to the doctor besides our school physicals. And we hardly ever go to the doctor. So it's nice to know, and it's just peace of mind that I am playing an active role in my family's health. So again, you don't have to feel like you're on your own. I know that some of you are on here that are so brand new to essential oils, and it's a little bit of a learning curve. I get that, but we're going to walk you through it every step of the way. If you ever have questions, always reach out to the person that invited you to this class. So we're going to talk about the different ways we use them. There's 3 different ways we use essential oils. Aromatically, so you can see my diffuser. Tonight we're going to be talking about the premium starter kit. Any member that's on here, that's how we've gotten started. This is how I was introduced. There's over 200 essential oils, and I started with the starter kit because it's got our everyday oils in there. So that means that there's something in that kit for every single day of your life that you can have to support your entire family. So diffusing it. When you put your water in your diffuser, you're just adding 5 to 10 drops, maybe 20 drops, depending on the size of your house, and you can diffuse it. So when we diffuse essential oils, not only does your house smell amazing, but again, I loved my house to smell amazing because, who doesn't, right? But the other thing, when you're diffusing essential oils, you're actually purifying the air. So think about that. Essential oils come from plants. Why do we have plants in our home? To bring more oxygen into the air, to help purify the air, and that's what essential oils do for us as well. So the other thing too is when you are diffusing your essential oils, just know that when you're breathing in the essential oils, you're supporting every organ system in your body. And when you're cleaning with these cleaning products that your pets and your animals and your kids are crawling around the floors and touching the cabinets, they're getting essential oils into their body. And man, you are just going to change their chemistry. You're going to change their health and their outcome for their life because, again, you're supporting every system. So it's just awesome to know that, when I've ditched my candles and I ditched my wallflower plugins and all of that, now when I diffuse these in every room in my house, it just makes me feel so good that I know that I'm contributing to my family's health. So diffusing is an amazing way. If you don't have a diffuser, you can put a couple drops in on a cotton ball, put them in the vents. I do this if I forget my diffuser when I'm traveling at hotels. They have car diffusers that Young Living sells. You can put them in your car. Again, our cars can be one of the most toxic areas because of those trees that people hang from their rear view mirrors. Those are so toxic. You got to get those out of your life. Put essential oils everywhere that you breathe, on you, in your car, in your home, and just watch your health change. So the other way that we use them is through the topical use. So again, anytime we put something on our skin, within 26 seconds, it's in our organs. So the average woman puts on 300 chemicals even before she has breakfast. That is the average. And remember, when we're putting stuff on our system, our organs, our skin is the largest organ of our body. So most of the time people think that it's a barrier, like it's a protective. but it's not. It's actually a filter. It actually pulls everything into our organ systems. So if you want the most change in your life, you've got to really pay attention to what you're putting in your mouth with the chemicals, and then on your skin as well, and what you're breathing. So topical use is awesome, 1 to 3 drops. More, again, is not always necessary. You can put them on the bottoms of your feet, behind your ears, on your pulse points, along your spine. There's really not a wrong place to put them. You can look up in some of your reference guides on different VitaFlex points to use. And we're not going to get into all of that tonight. That's for more of our advanced testing. But just know that you can put them on your skin, and it's not just going to help that one area. So think of them like, they're transdermal. So it's like a pain patch or a nicotine patch, right? So we put that nicotine patch on here, or we put that pain patch on here, and it just doesn't help the pain here, right? It goes throughout the entire body, and it knows where to go to help support our body. So essential oils will show up where it needs to show up. So you never have to worry that you're not getting on the exact spot and the right pressure point. And while, I'm trained in that and I love that, you just don't be over intimidated by it. Just get it on your body, get it in your skin, and just watch the magic. Mary Young said it well, that you don't really need to know anything about essential oils. Let the essential oil teach you. You use an essential oil, and you're going to know what it's going to, how it's going to work with your life. So, again, we talked about dilution. And then the other way that we use them is internally. So Young Living, when you get your starter kit, you've got the Vitality line, and Vitality line has a white label. So you're going to get 4 of the Vitality line in your starter kit, and then you can see you've got, or 5, and then you've got your other ones that have the darker labels. So why do they have these? Well, the Vitality line is GRAS certified. So Young Living is the only company that is GRAS certified, generally regarded as safe for consumption. They actually are labeled for dietary supplement use, so you can use these safely. When you see a essential oil that is in a white bottle, that means it's safe for internal use. Okay, so you're never going to see Panaway in a white label. And so that's kind of your clue. However, this is where it can get a little bit tricky. So you see these 2 peppermints here, right? One has a white label, one has a dark label. The only difference is the label. I'm going to repeat that. The only difference is the label. So the FDA requires any essential oil that is good for internal consumption to have its own label. This one will be labeled for aromatic and topical use. However, it's the same oil inside the bottle. So read between the lines there. You can use them both the same exact way. You don't have to just use this one internal and just use this one in your diffuser. You can interchange them. So that's the difference with the labels. Okay. Internal use. You can put them in veggie capsules. Young Living sells the clear vegetable capsules, making them up as supplements. Tons of recipes that you can find for that. You can put them in your water. So I've got lemon in my water right now. So this, again, when we are using essential oils internally, if you're putting them in your water, just make sure that it's glass. All essential oils are detoxifiers. So if we put them in plastic, it's going to leach that plastic. We're going to drink that. We're actually going to cause our body to be toxic. So glass, stainless steel, and I'm going to take a drink of that. Glass, stainless steel, or ceramic is what you want to use. No plastic for our essential oils. Now, if you're creating sprays for your home, that's okay. That you can use the spray bottles. So, for example, here's lavender. It's got lavender essential oil in there. This is a body lotion, and so plastic's okay with that. We're just talking about when you're drinking them. So that is internal use. So when people ask me, are essential oils safe? I say absolutely. I mean, if you look at I would take an essential oil over medicine any day of the week, because again, all essential oils are the lifeblood of the plant. If you look at all the chemicals underneath our sink, not my sink anymore, but some people's sink that have toxic chemicals in there, those are dangerous. They all have side effects. Medications, they all have side effects. There's not a medication that doesn't have a side effect. I mean, because they are our body does use them or have to filter them out through our liver and our kidneys like they are toxic chemicals. So essential oils are very, very safe. And you can just have to use some of those precautions and use some common sense when using them. So again, when we are looking at where do we start? So I know that this information can be a little bit overwhelming. What I did is I actually downloaded an app called the Healthy Living app. It's a smart app on your phone. Just go to your app store and download Healthy Living. It's done by the Environmental Working Group. You can also download one that's called Think Dirty. And what you do with that, and that's called Think Dirty, what you do with that is you can scan your products at home and it will actually come up with a score of what level of toxicities your products are. And so you can slowly start swapping out those chemicals and replacing them with your plant-based Young Living products as well. So Young Living is not just an essential oil company. They are a wellness company. There is nothing that I don't purchase from Young Living for my home. We get our supplements through them. We get our Ningxia Red, which is the high antioxidant drink. We get our pet care with them. We get my beauty products, my makeup, everything that I have on tonight is all Young Living. So again, when you're jumping on board with Young Living, it's a lifestyle change. And just like if we were to use, diet and exercise, for example, we want to get healthy. We don't just change our diet for that one meal. And we don't just go to the gym that one time and expect massive change. You need to have these things in your life and using them consistently to really see the power of changing your health outcome. So putting essential oils all throughout your home and in your life and essential oil infused products is going to drastically change you and your family's health. So we'll start with going through the starter kit. Let's talk about lavender. So lavender is known for that. It's our sleep oil, right? It's our one that calms us down. It's also really great for seasonal times that change when people got the sniffles and they're really, trying to avoid some of those over-the-counter things. This can really help support the immune system as well. But it calms the mind, it calms the body, it helps with mental focus. And it's amazing for kids, not just for sleep, but to just calm them the heck down sometimes, and ourselves as well. So 1 or 2 drops, you can just breathe that in and you can see the effects immediately. It's awesome. So I love lavender. The next oil is peppermint. So peppermint improves our concentration. It also stimulates alertness. It balances digestion. It is known for our digestive health. It curbs hunger. And we were doing a 5-day sugar challenge in one of my groups, A Journey to a Healthier Lifestyle. And somebody was saying that they were really craving sugar today. So I told them, pull out your peppermint. And there's been plenty of research. Google it, sugar cravings and peppermint oil. All you'd have to do is breathe it or put a dab on your tongue and, put it in as a tea. And that will really help curb your appetite. It soothes minor stomach discomfort. It's just awesome. Occasional head tension, so if I'm, feeling like I've got some head tension or some neck tension, I'll take that and apply it to the back of my neck. I'll apply some to my temples. Be careful not to get it in your eye. And then also if I'm having any stiffness or Charlie horses or anything like that, I'll grab my peppermint essential oil to help me out in that situation. The other really cool thing about peppermint, one of my favorite ways to use it, is it to cool down. So my kids are health challenged and they're experiencing their body heating up. We know that a fever that's the way God made our bodies. And when it heats up, it's killing something. And so we want to not suppress that, right? We want to watch that, of course, and monitor it. But we want to support the body with that. Peppermint can cool us down pretty quickly without masking or masking what our body was created to do. So peppermint's great to cool down. Ladies, when you get into your 40s, I think I might be feeling one coming on right now. Just grab your peppermint oil and put it on the back of your neck and just watch you cool down very, very quickly. So I love peppermint. Lemon essential oil. Lemon essential oil is awesome. I put this in my water every single day, 1 or 2 drops. And the difference between, we've all heard the benefits of lemon essential oil or squeezing lemon in our water, right? Well, I go to a holistic dentist, and she told me to stop doing that years ago because it's too acidic and it starts damaging the enamel on your teeth. She said, use your lemon essential oil because the lemon essential oil actually comes from the rind. So there's no acidity in the lemon essential oil, and that's where all that power is. So it helps to balance out our pH in our body. It actually brings us into a more alkaline state. When you have an acidic body, that's when diseases really thrive. Your body cannot have disease if it's in an alkaline state. So we want to make sure that we're staying alkaline. It is great for our body for detox. So it helps to support our liver so it can do its job the way that it was created. It helps with our reducing skin blemishes. It can help clean the skin as well. It supports the immune system because of all the antioxidants in it. So when we were talking about how 95% of all cancers are due to the accumulation of toxic chemicals, just know that essential oils, they have antioxidants in there. And so toxic chemicals are known as free radicals. And when we have free radicals in our body, they cause oxidative stress. And so we need antioxidants to help in that situation. So using essential oils internally and topically and breathing them in is a powerful way for us to get our antioxidants. And in your starter kit, you will get 2 samples of your Ningxia Red. Another thing that I use every single day, my kids take this every single day because it's full of antioxidants. We know that I can green my home as much as possible, but when we go out into our environment, we are exposed to all kinds of radicals. So free radicals that we need antioxidants on board for our body to continue to fight those things and get rid of them out of our body. So Ningxia Red is one of those that when you become a Young Living member, that you start your essential rewards. It's our monthly subscription box, and I love my subscription box. If you're not friends with me yet on Facebook, I posted one of my videos this week, me unboxing my essential rewards box. But when you first start your essential rewards order, when you purchase your starter kit, the first thing that you are going to want to put in that box is your Ningxia Red, because this is what you're going to have to use every single day to really make that change. The other thing that you're going to want to do is add in the Thieves cleaning product. This is empty. I was just sending out samples to all my members, but you want to put the Thieves cleaner also on your essential rewards. And it's just an awesome way to, again, use your products consistently over time to really make that change that your family needs for their health. Frankincense. Well, frankincense is the holy anointing oil. It's one of the most powerful oils. I could do an entire class just on frankincense. I encourage you to Google benefits of frankincense. You'll be blown away with all the research out there. The other thing too is it's great for skin support. Any type of skin situation that you have going on, I don't care what it is, start pulling out your frankincense, apply 1 to 2 drops 3 or 4 times a day, and just watch that change. It also helps us with reducing fine lines and wrinkles, and it gives us that youthful look. I'm actually 22. No, I'm just kidding. But it's really great to really reduce those signs of aging. Because you guys remember our toxic chemicals, they are free radicals. And it is free radicals that age us quick. They will age us faster than anything. So we need our antioxidants of our essential oils and our Ningxia Red every single day. Because I don't know about you, but I'm trying to get younger looking, not older looking. So another reason to get the chemicals out of your life. This is really grounding and uplifting as well. So if you have a lot of brain fog going on, or you just have a lot going on for your day and you need that extra emotional support, or say you're going through a really emotional time in your life, 1 or 2 drops, you just breathe that in throughout the day, put it on your neck, and it can just really calm you down and center you. It's amazing during prayer. It's amazing during meditation. It's one of my all-time favorite essential oils. By the way, when you are using your essential oils, make sure not to leave the cap off because they will evaporate. So just make sure you're always, that the lid is tight there. On to the next one, Copaiba. So Copaiba is actually the Brazil form of frankincense. It's another resin, just like frankincense. It comes from a bark or from a tree. So this is also very grounding. It supports our body's response to injury and irritation. So my daughter just came home from dance in her back. She did something to it. So immediately I'm grabbing my Copaiba. and I'm applying that, and another one called Panaway. We'll talk about this one in a second, but Copaiba is fantastic for any injury or irritation. It really helps support the natural inflammatory response to our body. It also is great. It aids in digestion. It promotes overall wellness. You can drink it in hot water with honey, in a tea. You can apply it to your body. You can diffuse it. I mean, I just really, really love this oil. Thieves. Thieves is, I believe, one reason why my kids, get over things so quickly. Their immune systems are so strong, and anytime we're feeling that we need that extra support for our immune system, it's Thieves Essential Oil Blend that we pull out. It has cinnamon, it has clove. Research the benefits of these things. Cinnamon, clove, rosemary, eucalyptus radiata, and lemon. Such a powerful combination. We don't do flu shots in my home because, again, this is what I do for my prevention. 1 or 2 drops, and that's really going to help support our immune system. And over time, I can't tell you how many people that I've said that they say, oh, I always get sick in the winter months. I always have a sinus infection. And then they start getting the toxic chemicals out of their life, putting essential oils in their life, and then next thing you know, they're like, oh my gosh, I made it all winter without getting sick. This is crazy. So it can really be amazing, but Thieves is your go-to, especially this time of year. It's university tested for its cleansing abilities as well, and it makes amazing DIY products. It's so great that Young Living has an entire Thieves product line, from toothpaste to our cleaning products to laundry soap to dish soap. It's amazing. Bar soaps as well. It's just awesome to know that when I am cleaning my home, that my kids can come right along with me, if they will, and clean with me without any toxic chemicals. It's just great peace of mind. So again, we talked about the Thieves Cleaner. Now in your starter kit, you're gonna get a sample of this. And so there's dilution instructions on the bottom of there. But just know one 14-ounce bottle, when you add that to your Essential Rewards order, when you're placing your order for your premium starter kit, one bottle can make up to 25 bottles. Maybe even I've gotten over 30 spray bottles of cleaning products. And I use this for everything. I've replaced everything with Thieves, from my granite cleaner to my stainless steel to my floors, my wood, everything. Window cleaners, I only use Thieves cleaning product. It's amazing. It's all plant-based, nothing bad in there whatsoever. So the next one is Digest. So Digest, it's a quick aid for our digestion support. So if we really need that immediate support and peppermint's not working for us, Digest is my go-to. Tarragon, it's got tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. It's amazing. So I never go anywhere without this, especially if I'm traveling or if we're eating out and somebody's coming down with something, or we ate something that maybe we shouldn't have and we're feeling the effects of it. 1 or 2 drops under the tongue or in a capsule, or even right applied to the belly, immediate response. You can also use this with our supplement line called, there's a couple supplements for digestive support for detoxing. That's Juvatone, which is amazing liver support, and also Comfort Tone. So if you're a Young Living member, I encourage you to look up those 2 supplements, Juvatone and Comfort Tone. It's coming to about the time of the year that I always recommend people do a detox, and those are awesome products to further your detox. All right, Citrus Fresh. So Citrus Fresh helps, it's got all your citrus oils in there. So it's got orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and spearmint. And it smells amazing. So I use this in my laundry. I got rid of those toxic laundry sheets a long time ago. I use nothing but green products. You can put the wool dryer balls, put some Citrus Fresh on there. It smells amazing. And it's also great to put in a spray bottle and just have it as your room freshener, your air freshener in your closets, or even in your bathroom. Just really, really great. It's uplifting. It's one of my favorite oils to diffuse. So I love Citrus Fresh. And you can also use this one in your water too. It tastes amazing. Raven. So Raven is our respiratory oil. It promotes free breathing. So if you have any need for extra respiratory support, you want to grab your Raven. So it's also really great for pre-workout and post-workout pre-workout. It's going to open up your airways, and it's really going to get you a more effective workout. It helps stimulate the mind. It promotes mental focus and clarity. And it also helps just soothe. If you have a sore throat, anything like that, you would grab your Thieves, you would grab your Robyn, 1 or 2 drops, just apply that, and it's just awesome. I also love this in the diffuser too if I'm needing that extra respiratory support. Panaway. So Panaway has peppermints, wintergreen, helichrysum, and clove. It relieves aches and pains associated with exercise or any types of aches and pains. It also soothes head and neck tension. So again, my daughter came home. I used Copaiba on her back. She did something at dance tonight, and then I followed it up with Panaway. So it's perfect for tired muscles and post-exercise, and it also helps cool the skin. So think about this as your non-toxic icy hot, right? So just know that when you sweat, the essential oils are going to activate. So say you get an essential oil on and it heats up on your skin, and it's too hot for you or your kids. What you don't want to do is try to wash it off with water, because it will activate it and it will make it hotter. You want to grab your carrier oil and put a fat on there, and that will soothe it. If you get an essential oil in your eye, same thing. Do not, our tendency is wanting to flush it out with water. Don't do that. Grab your carrier oil, coconut oil, just dab it on the corner of your eyes, maybe even wipe it if it's a lot, and it'll take that sting right away. So Panaway is awesome. I love that for anything that is for discomfort. And then Stress Away. Come on, it speaks for itself, and everybody needs this in their life. Who here has not got stress in their life, or nobody that has stress in their life? It has cedarwood, lavender, copaiba, lime, and it's one of our only ones that has vanilla in there. So I love the scent. Oh, quick tip here, or a trick, I guess I should say. One of my kids' favorite ways to use this in their diffuser is Panaway with Stress Away, and it actually smells like a root beer float. I know it's weird, but it does. But it reduces stress. Stress Away reduces stress. It combats nervous tension. So if you've got somebody that's very anxious all the time, even our kids, Stress Away is going to be your go-to. It reduces mental rigidity. So if you just need to relax that mind, it's great before bed, maybe even in your diffuser. 5 drops of Stress Away, 5 drops of lavender, and your world just became better. Offers a relaxing, oasis. So what I like to do, we are just go, go, go. I don't know about you, but I feel like everybody is just in fast forward mode all the time. So when I get home or before bed, I like to just start my diffuser 20 minutes before I know I'm going to calm down. And then I come into the room and it's just like, you can breathe. And, everybody just calms down with it. So Stress Away, again, I carry this around at all times with me. So Ningxia Red, we talked about Ningxia Red. You are going to get 2 samples in there. So it does have the wolfberry in there, so that's what makes it so high in antioxidants. It has blueberry, aronia, cherry, pomegranate, plum juices. It is sweetened with stevia. It's got grapeseed extract in there, a pure vanilla extract, and it's got the essential oils, orange, yuzu, lemon, and tangerine. So what makes this different than a just regular goji berry juice or something like that, or cherry juice? Well, just know that it's higher in antioxidants than any one of those berries that are out there. And the key is that it's got the essential oils in it. So whenever you add an essential oil into any product, it is going to drive those nutrients into the cell. It's going to drive oxygen into the cell, and it's going to make them even more powerful. So that's where this is awesome. Again, I don't know if I mentioned that before, but 2 ounces of this is equal to the antioxidant level of 10 pounds of spinach. So I love spinach, but I'm not eating 10 pounds a day. And I know, rest assured, if we're just taking our 2 ounces a day, our bases are covered. So when you are checking out and you're purchasing your premium starter kit, just make sure you click on Essential Rewards, add that Thieves cleaning product, also add your Ningxia Red, and get that in your life and your family's life every single day, and your whole world is going to change. So that's in the Thieves, the cleaning product, I only have to buy like once every 5 to 6 months because it's so concentrated. But the Ningxia Red, I put that in my Essential Rewards monthly auto ship. Not only do I earn free points back with that, but I get free products along that way. And just that's going to be your biggest impact, is getting these 11 essential oils in your life, NingXia on a daily basis, and greening your home with Thieves Cleaner. It's going to be the biggest impact on your family's health. So, we're summing everything up. I know I just gave you a fire hose of information, and as we wrap up tonight, I just want to thank you for coming on. I know that you are here for a reason. There are no mistakes. I believe that there's information that you needed to hear, maybe for yourself, but maybe for somebody else. And I truly believe if I didn't hear this information, I don't know where my son would be today. I don't know if I would have gone down the medical route if I didn't look at this whole toxicity issue. And you guys, those stats are scary out there. With 1 in 2, the leading cause of death is heart disease right now. And I believe toxicities is playing one of the major roles. 1 in 8 women are getting breast cancer. Cancer is the second leading cause of death. And again, my passion, one reason I was an oncology nurse is because I wanted to help people in that situation. But the reason I left the hospital and the reason I decided to focus on educating people on what they can do is to help educating them on what's causing these things and help prevent them from getting to the place that I worked at for so many years. So I encourage you guys to take one thing away and just start incorporating these things on a daily basis. And when you do get your starter kit, again, we are here to help you along the way. I will post my link down in the comment section so that you can get started. You can message me with any questions. If you are invited to this class by another Young Living member, just reach out to them. Or, hey members, if your person is in here commenting, post your link so they can get started and you can help support them into a healthy lifestyle. We will then add you to our closed Facebook group where we do tons and tons more education. We are a team that's called the Vibrant Drop Living Team. We have over 1,800 members, anywhere from Canada to, now we've got people in Europe, we've got people in Ecuador, we've got them all over the world. And so it doesn't matter where you live, we are here to support you as best as we can. And again, if you're hearing somebody that needs this in their life and you are just becoming a Young Living member, reach out to us because we want to teach you how you can share this with other people as well. Young Living has afforded me to stay home with my babies and travel and do the things that I wanted to do. I have never been more fulfilled in my life with my purpose of working my Young Living business. It's not only, again, helped me with well surpassing my nursing income, but I get to make my own hours. I get to make change in people's life, and I get to teach my members how to do the same. It is just amazing. And if you are interested in coming on board with our business team, I would be so blessed to be able to walk through and link arms with you and just walk this amazing business out with you. So again, as we wrap up, if you have any other questions that I did not comment on, just post those here. Yes, I'll be doing the raffle, but I'm going to give everybody a chance to get in here and watch the whole video again. So I will post who's winning those raffle gifts tomorrow morning. And I encourage you to share this. This is open to the public, so anybody can view this message as well. And I thank you guys for your time. I'm so blessed that you spent it with us. I thank the person that invited you to this class, and I hope to see you guys soon. So thanks again, and have an amazing night.